Hi, it's Louise Tanner-Stokes from the Anti-Dieting Revolution, and this week I want to share with you 3 self-affirmations to help you break free from yo-yo dieting forever. So why am I talking self-affirmations then? So first of all, it's so easy to slip into a pattern of negative self-talk where you say horrible things to yourself that leave you feeling rubbish, or you say unhelpful things to yourself where maybe you think you have to do things perfectly, or you think that you can't change, you think that you can't do what you need to do to get where you want to be, whether your goal is to eat better, to get fitter, or to lose weight. Whatever your goal is, you know that you've got to make some changes, you know that you've got to build habits, but what you're saying to yourself is getting in the way of that. Okay, it's really easy to slip into this negative cycle where you just end up feeling rubbish and you think you can't change. So self affirmations are a really good way of interrupting that pattern. Okay, so what is a self affirmation then? So it's kind of like a mantra. So if you imagine it's something you say to yourself, something that's positive and constructive or self affirming, that you say to yourself and you repeat it over and over again, to really ingrain this more helpful way of thinking. So you don't have to say it out loud, although that can help, and you don't have to believe it straight away. The more that you say it to yourself, the more you're going to start to believe it. But it's about just interrupting that unhelpful negative pattern of what you're saying to yourself that just doesn't help you. Okay. So here are my 3 self-affirmations to help you break free from yo-yo dieting forever. Number 1, I can eat what I like because all food is good. Okay. So this whole good food, bad food mentality doesn't help you. It's dieting mentality. Food can't be split into good or bad. Okay, that doesn't help you. Nutrition isn't as simple as that. When people say that food is good, they often think of it as unlimited. Okay, they think, oh, this is healthy food, I can eat as much as I like, and then they end up overeating on it. So if you do that, you're not exploring why you're eating, you're not questioning whether you're actually hungry or not. So that's not helpful to you. And likewise, if you're labeling food as bad, you're often saying to yourself that, it's banned, you're not allowed to have it. And it's often the things that you love, isn't it? Let's face it. It's the things like cake and chocolate and biscuits and crisps. And if they're things that you love and you tell yourself you're not allowed to have them, I don't know about you, but I want them more. So they make they make you more likely to have cravings. Okay. And then when you have those foods, you feel guilty because you think, oh, I've blown it, I've failed, I might as well give up and carry on eating. And you try and eat more to feel better because you don't like that feeling of guilt. And then before you know it, you get stuck in this kind of guilt binge cycle, which is just rubbish. Okay. So both mentalities, looking at food as being good or bad, doesn't help you. Okay. All food is good. Okay. Healthy eating is about the overall balance of everything that you eat and drink. It's not about the individual foods. So this idea of good or bad foods doesn't help you. So instead, let's say I can eat what I like because all food is good. Okay, mantra number 2 then, or self-affirmation number 2 is I'm a good person no matter what I eat. Okay, so you might be trying to make some changes, and trying to make changes is hard, isn't it? So whether you're trying to make some changes to your eating habits or making some changes to your exercising habits, it's really hard, isn't it? And you know, building new habits doesn't happen overnight. And often I hear people saying that I've been really good, because they've been doing things the way they think they should be doing things. Or they say I've been really bad. So they refer to themselves as good or bad, depending on what they've been doing. And this isn't helpful either. Why do we have to attach morals to the way that we eat? Because this doesn't help us. Even if you have been sat on the sofa eating donuts all day, you're not a bad person. Okay, it's hardly burning down an orphanage, is it really? Obviously, trying to eat better, trying to, maybe get your 5 a day, 5 fruit and veg a day, trying to go out for that run is going to be good for your body. But that doesn't make you a better person than somebody who's sat on the sofa all day eating donuts. Okay, unless maybe you're going for a run because you're raising funds for charity, or that person that's eating donuts stole the donuts off a child. Okay, what you eat and how you exercise doesn't give an indication of whether you're a good or bad person. Okay, this kind of labeling ourselves as good or bad, again, it's more likely to lead to guilt and overeating and feeling rubbish about yourself. You are not naughty or cheating just because you fancy a second slice of cake one day. So forget this idea of being a good or bad person depending on what you've eaten. It doesn't help you. Okay, we need to stop attaching morals to the way that we eat and instead say, I'm a good person no matter what I eat. Okay, self-affirmation number 3. I am good enough right now. So losing weight, or whatever your goal is, getting to your goal, won't suddenly make you like yourself better. Okay, when you get to your target, you're not going to suddenly find that you're a better or different person. Okay, actually loving yourself and having self-esteem, having self-respect, seeing your own self-worth and your own self-value, it's a decision that you have to make. Just full stop. You need to make that decision to recognize your own strengths and accept your so-called flaws. Okay, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's about making a decision that you're going to try and accept and love yourself. Okay, and dieting it doesn't teach you to be kind to yourself, does it? Going on a diet isn't going to make you feel better about yourself. In fact, if anything, I'd say it would make you feel worse, especially if it's about restricting yourself and restricting your eating and trying to eat perfectly, trying to get to the perfect weight or the perfect size. It's not going to help you to feel better about yourself. You need to love yourself first. And the more that you can be kind to yourself, the more likely you are to actually do the things that will keep you healthy, like building the habits, like eating better, trying to include at least 5 portions of fruit and veg a day, trying to get up off the sofa and do a dance or go for a run or something. You're more likely to do those things if you're being kind to yourself, if you're thinking that you are worth looking after, if you believe in looking after yourself, if you care for yourself and you love yourself. So forget, going on the diet and thinking that's going to make you better. It's time to love yourself first. So again, repeat that affirmation to yourself. I'm good enough right now. You might not believe it to start with, but the more that you say these things, the more you're going to feel better, the more you're going to start to kind of integrate this way of thinking, and the more likely you are to be able to break free from yo-yo dieting. So just to recap then, so number 1 is I can eat what I like because all food is good. Number 2 is I'm a good person no matter what I eat. And number 3 is I'm good enough right now, because you absolutely are good enough right now. It's time to ditch dieting forever because you deserve better. Take care and I'll see you soon.